If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
You understand it. Problem is most people don't understand self-esteem or why it is usually so low. We think it's a disease, but it's not. It's just a problem with the way we frame our self-images. You have an ideal image, and when you don't measure up to it, you feel bad. Simple. You learn what you can do about it. Another problem is wrong solutions such as affirmations, hypnosis, pop psychology, and some others. And I'm not saying they don't work for other things. They do. However, for low self-esteem, they are useless. If you have low self-esteem, you only need practice. Empathy. Realize everyone does their best according to their life experiences. Stop labeling some people as losers and winners. Stop hating some and loving some. Yeah, there are horrible people, but you'd be horrible too if you grew up like them. And they'd be you if they grew up like you did. Self-improvement. Usually we get buggered down with the iceberg phenomenon. We see successful people and we forget the work and networking that got them there. You have to know that if you want anything, you have to work for it. Accept suckitude. Everyone sucks. Why? Because it takes ridiculous amounts of time to get good at anything. Stop wishing to be your best at everything. You just can't. Instead, pick the areas you want to be excellent at and focus on those few areas. You can't be the best writer, father, leader, husband, friend, inventor, writer, designer, etc. You'll suck at a lot of things, and you have to accept that that's okay. Keep moving forward. The key is a healthy self-esteem is to stop thinking too much things or how better things could be. Instead, focus on your life. Set reasonable goals. Work towards them. Do what makes you happy and keep moving forward. Realize that we will all die. Life is short. Better make that move now and have a good day. You all move closer to your graves anyway, so don't give a fuck. Footnote 5 Simple steps to transcend self-doubt. As someone who suffered from social anxiety in the past, my best advice is to design your daily routine so that you're forced to be more social. Just like working out your body's muscles, you can also work out this part of your mind. In time, your social skills will develop, enabling you in ways you're only imagining right now. Choice architecture basically means designing your environment to force you to make certain decisions. For instance, if you want to walk more, sell your car. If you want to stop eating junk food, get them entirely out of your kitchen. If you want to rid yourself of social anxiety, pick jobs that require you to open up more. This will essentially help your mind rewire itself. Being social is an exercise like any other, and as they say, use it or lose it. My first job was as a library page. This reinforced my social anxiety. Though it was in my comfort zone, I knew this was a bad idea. Next job was working at CVS, then next at JCPenney's, then a host at a restaurant, then a salesperson at Nordstrom. See the pattern here? Every new job forced me to open up more and more. Over time, I basically grew out of my social anxiety. In order for this to work, you have to pick a job that will force you to talk more. It doesn't have to be a sales job, but at least one in which you have to engage with a stranger now and then. Baby steps. I saw a movie recently about a guy with social anxiety. The plot is a lot like what I just wrote, except with a slight humorous bend that made it entertaining. Best wishes. First, you are feeling low and remain low because you have not established the right boundaries, whether internally or externally from the outside world. Most probably internally, as they are more powerful. Here is an example of an exercise of your internal boundary to protect you from abuse. You win $300 and you are very proud, so you go up to someone and tell them. This person then turns to you and says, "Oh, I won $9,000. And they show it to you. If you have terrible internal boundaries, you will feel down. Note you still have won $300, but because someone showed you and told you about their money, you now feel bad about winning $300. If your internal boundaries are not so terrible, you won't feel bad, but you will feel less happy about your $300, as if the person winning money has in any way changed what happened to you and your experience. So this is an example of how we have control of how we feel about ourselves. You have given the world power over how you treat yourself. Establish that first, as it is a very powerful fundamental element of a healthy relationship with yourself. Then start eating healthier. Stop beating yourself up. Work out, validate yourself. Acknowledge and respond to your feelings, not just articulated thoughts. Allow yourself to face uncomfortable truths. Step out of your comfort zone regularly to grow. Essentially, develop boundaries, then fix yourself. And meditate regularly so as to develop a healthier relationship with yourself. I've said this before, life isn't easy. But if you can surmount one big hump, it can potentially downhill from there. Learn to box. Take some kind of fitness boxing, get into shape and learn to throw a punch. When I joined a boxing club, the most pleasant surprise I saw was shy guys and gals, fat and thin, get into shape, gain some poise and learn to throw a mean fucking punch. Boxing teaches you so many skills, from exercise to defense to balance to, believe it or not, teamwork. Studies have shown that exercise is the greatest treatment for a collection of mental and physical disorders. It's not a cure-all. It's not for all ailments. But when compared to drugs, exercise did a far better job in improving quality of life. We are physical beings in a world that is becoming ever less physical. But that mental impulse is still there. When you learn to box, or karate or whatever, all of those physical aspects translate to everywhere else in life. Knowing you can shatter some asshole's nose casually. Why is this a good thing to know? No, it doesn't make you a violent psychopath. Yes, it's good to be able to defend yourself. Boxing teaches you physical endurance. It teaches you to coordinate your feet and hands in a way that translates well to dancing. It gives you passion for moving and moving and moving some more. Lastly, the way a person who knows how to box/dance/gymnastics/martial arts moves is noticeably different. All of this leads to a deconstructed shell and a stronger individual, both physically and mentally.